Good morning and welcome to Monday Musings. I have been thinking a good deal about the 21st century learning skills lately, and we have been throwing around that vocabulary and those terminologies for several years now. Actually, this is 2020. We're significantly one-fifth of the way into the 21st century. Recently, Hanover Research looked at 6 different frameworks, and you can see the slide here on the screen. And they evaluated and recompiled a list of essential skills that graduates need going into the workplace in the 21st century. And I want to share those with you today. You'll remember that the original skills as listed by Hanover were collaboration and teamwork, creativity, critical thinking, and the fourth C, was communication. That has been replaced now and was in some ways over the last 10 years or so replaced by problem solving. We sort of have linked problem solving with collaboration, with creativity, and critical thinking, because expert problem solvers show the ability to have extreme creativity, but also do critical thinking to identify the essential elements of a problem to get to a solution. This is an interesting change, in my opinion, and you may argue with it, to be sure. A second tier, and this is where we get down to the more important details, perhaps subsets of the first 4. A second tier of 21st century skills were found in 5 of the major educational frameworks that Hanover surveyed, and that included flexibility, global and cultural awareness, information literacy, and leadership. Each of those is somewhat self-explanatory, and I don't want to go into a definition of those, but I think they're pretty well capsuled in the phraseology that is used here. Certainly cultural awareness, and we can probably do an evaluative job on some of our diversity and multicultural courses and do more than just examine different cultures, but perhaps do a deeper dive into actually how to meet the needs and prepare people from different cultures for vocational success in the future. Information literacy, of course, has traditionally been the evaluation of good articles. You know, what makes a good article? What is really a research article? What is a peer-reviewed journal? Things like that. But now in the age of the internet, where students have access to millions of times more information than a teacher can ever give, going back to the sage on the stage idea, we are no longer the sage on the stage. We are the facilitator to help students be able to evaluate the quality and the sources of information. So information literacy has taken on a new meaning in the internet age, the technological age. Leadership is certainly a vital key to success. We want our students who graduate from teacher education from Jacksonville State University, and certainly FCS students who graduate in their concentrations, to be able to be leaders in the field. There is a third tier of skills. It was present in 4 of the 6, not 5, but 4 of the 6 frameworks. The ability to be civically literate. What is the meaning of good citizenship? Certainly a topic that we need to recapture in this particular first half of the 21st century. Oral and written communication skills. Now, as you immediately recognize, that was one of the original 4 C's. I'm fairly well convinced it needs to remain there. Problem solving is an outgrowth of those 4 C's, and communication is all important. Every field is a communications field in this day and time, and rather than this being a third tier emphasis, we need to work diligently on improving our own communication skills, as written and oral, as well as the communication skills of our students who are going to be teachers and other professionals. Social responsibility and ethics, we're hammering that at every turn, and perhaps this is more than a third tier skill as well. Technology literacy and CAPE, of course, technology is a cross-cutting theme, and technology is more than just the ability to use PowerPoint or Excel or even the newest app there. Technology involves, this day and time, in some schools of education, as a matter of fact, you'll be interested to know, some of the schools that I've looked at recently require all teachers to have coding expertise. Something to think about for the future. And then initiative. Who is a self-starter? Who is able to take responsibility on their own? I wanted to share these with you this morning just as a way to further break down the 21st century skills and to dig deeper into those and evaluate where in our curriculum we're actually equipping our students with these necessary skills for the success that they need in the next 30 years. I hope you have a wonderful week.